Afternoon. So that is the Beryl Anyango Ang'iro. Actually, I would like to start by saying that I'm on the ICT program. I did not do my master's here. I did my master's in Kenya. Thank you. I did my master's in Kenya. That is the University of 2015. So I'd like to give you my journey to UHasselt to start my PhD here. In 2015, I finished my master's, that is Master in Statistics in JKUAT, that is Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Later, I joined Karatina University, which is one of the young universities in Kenya. I joined Karatina University to lecture undergraduate students. So after that, in 2018, there was a VLIR-OUS scholarship. It was a project that started in 2016. It started in March 2016 and ended in 2021. And Professor Lu Rekas of UHasselt, who was the promoter of the Flemish government, and then the promoter from Kenya, the local promoter was Professor Samuel Walili. So I joined in 2 years later because this project was a collaboration between two established Kenyan universities, that is University of Nairobi and Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Then there were 7 younger Kenyan universities, of which Karatina University is one of the 7 younger Kenyan universities. Then UHasselt and Kenya Medical Research Institute. So it was a collaborative network between all those institutions. So this was a team project. It ended in 2021. It was a team project which aimed at the capacity of base. For one, during supervision of the PhD students, for which I am one of the PhD students. The first 2 started in 2016, but later on I joined 2018. The joint supervision of master students and co-organization of annual workshops. The main approach of this team project was scientific innovation, collaboration, and also hands-on application of statistical methodology, of which these were done during the workshops that were organized by the team. Yes. This was mainly in order to support the policy management of the dominant public health challenge that we experience in Kenya today. The team project organized a total of 5 workshops within the 5 years. All the workshops were done in Kenya, local level. 3 of them were done in Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. 1 was at the University of Nairobi, and 1 was at Karatina University. First, the Karatina University one was not supposed to be there. It was supposed to be among the 2 established university, but because I joined in later, so we had one of the workshops there. Then the last one, which was also the president events, was done today because of the cultural stream. So I'll say that these workshops, and also combining with the workshops that are being organized by the University, they have helped me a lot in my teaching, because I teach at Karatina University. They have helped me a lot in my teaching and also my current research work. My research started actually in September 2018 under the same team project, under the supervision of Professor Lu Rekas and the Professor of the University of Nairobi. And my PhD title is Modeling High-Dimensional Variant Survival Data in Clustering using Frailty and Copula model. So the team project, because it started in 2016, it had to end in 2021, and I had not finished my PhD yet. So we, with my supervisors, we applied for a VLIR of UHasselt grant, which I was granted to further my PhD research. So I'm going to give you a little bit of what I'm working on in my PhD. My main aim is to develop new statistical models that for Frailty and Copula models that are used for high dimensional multivariate survival, cluster survival data. These abundance are divided into the three specific objectives, and these are first to select important covariates that have an influence on the survival, then correlation structure in the data, and then we investigate the multi-level association within the data. So we're using a patient data set. That is a Kenya Demographic Health Survey data set, which was collected in 2014. The main reason why we're using this data set is that, first of all, it is high dimensional. That is, it has the hierarchical clusters. It's high dimensional because we have more than 20,000 observations and more than 1,000 variables. And also we have 1,600 enumeration areas and 40,000 households. And at these households, we have 1 up to 6 children per household. So in this project, we're investigating the time until a child, and a 5-year-old child dies. That is before they reach their 59th month, using the techniques of the clustered multivariate survival data. This is one of the sustainable development goals of the Kenyan government that is to reduce child and mortality. The method that we're using for running this data, first, the fact that the data is high dimensional, we are using random survey forest first to be able to identify the few from the many variables that we have to get the variables that are mostly important in affecting unemployment child mortality in Kenya. So the random survey forest methodologies that exist only assume the univariate survival times as a response, but in our case, we are using the multivariate. We are extending this methodology to use the multivariate survival times. The other part of the high dimensional data set, the first one we had a number of variables, and we have to choose from the number of variables. In the second one is sample splitting, because we have large number of households within some enumeration areas, or large number of children within our household. So in order to do this, we see that the Frailty and Copula models estimations will be numerically unstable, and therefore we opt to use the sample splitting method based on a paper by Mullenberg and also a paper by Wang et al. The paper by Mullenberg is about pseudo likelihood estimation for large sample data, and the paper by Wang is on multivariate survival analysis for big data. So the sample splitting methodology generally refers to 3 steps. The first step is we randomly split the entire data into some smaller chunks. We analyze this samples separately, and then finally we combine the results of each subsample to get the global results. These combined results will provide statistical inference, which is similar to the one from analyzing the entire data set as a whole. And in this sample splitting method, we are going to use 1 and 2 stage parametric estimation, and also 2-stage semi-parametric estimation methods to estimate the parameters. The parameters here are the baseline parameters, that is the lambda and beta, that is the distribution specific, and also the theta, which is the association parameter. So first we analyze for the whole data, and then we split the clusters, the N clusters into S subsamples, that is the S subgroups. In each of these S subgroups, we analyze separately, and then we estimate each of the parameters, lambda, beta, and theta, and then we combine this using some weighted average method to get the global estimates. We compare these estimates with the ones from the entire data set. In our second objective, we are using UHasselt, the conditional approach based on the nested model, and the marginal approach based on the nested Copula model. In the first one, we introduce two nested random events. So here we have VI and WIJ. This is the hazard function, relation of these two frailties, the two random events. And then the parameters of these models are estimated by a semi-parametric penalized maximum likelihood procedures. In the second approach, that is the marginal approach, it is based on the nested Copula models. We extend. This is first of all an extension of the parametric model, which was presented by Hasselt and Rubrica in 2021. So here we evaluate the survival time of a child by numerics in parametric scores inclusion model. Then we link the marginal together by the nested Archimedean Copula function, which describes the association of each household, that is each cluster or at the cluster level. So we estimate this using the two-stage semi-parametric maximum likelihood. In the first stage, under working independence, we estimate the marginal parameters, and then in the second stage, we plug in the estimate from the first stage, which was to estimate association parameter. Now that objective, we investigate the multi-level association within this dataset by comparing the different Copula and frailty models using the different tests. Our focus here is to identify which covariates have significant effect on the association of the different hierarchical levels in the dataset. So further, we also compare these models, different families of the Copula functions. For instance, we use the factor Copula function, which was done by Congress in 2020. So my PhD is still ongoing. I'm almost finishing next year. The first speaker talked about EVQ, I think. So in my case, I'm under a sandwich program where you have to come here every three months of the year. So since 2018, come every 3 months, then you go back to your country to work in a university specifically. So that's my PhD program. In conclusion, our research contributes to the mathematical statistics by developing the statistical models and techniques for different types of statistical data, and also in biostatistics by statistical models and techniques that are applied in real-life dataset. I've presented in 2 international conferences, and we actually present in one, the third one in July 2023 in Poland. Then the fact that I joined UHasselt, this has created a huge relationship with the Karatina University, which was not there at all. So I really appreciate, and we hope for further collaborations with UHasselt and also in university in the Flemish government. And I believe that the various theme on changing lives is not only about changing the personal lives, but changing the lives of the community. I would like to acknowledge as before. I'd like to acknowledge the previous projects. It was not by mistake that I joined in late when it was supposed to have 3 students, but it started with 2 students when I joined in 2 years later. So I like to appreciate the various team projects that included the JKUAT, University of Nairobi, and KEMRI. I'd also like to appreciate Karatina University for giving me the opportunity to become here every year as I leave my work and come to do my studies. And I'd also like to appreciate UHasselt for the opportunity to study my PhD here and also the VLIR research. My 2 promoters are Professor Beryl and Dr. Nelson of the University of Nairobi. Thank you.